ladies and gentlemen. First of all, thank you very much today coming and joining me. I'm going to introduce myself briefly. I'm working in Vodafone Turkey in Mobile Financial Services Department for more than 1 year. And we are working on prepaid cards, mobile wallets, and NFC payment ecosystems. Me and my team. Now today I'm going to talk to you about pioneering NFC payments. First of all, I will give you a brief introduction about the existing NFC ecosystem. And then I will continue with how to build the excellent customer experience and finish my presentation with the next generation NFC, which means future payments. Yes, if we have a look in the existing NFC ecosystem, I will give you some brief numbers about the POS terminals, contactless POS terminals, and also the NFC-enabled smartphones. Why these two, if you ask this question? For many years, till the beginning of NFC technology has entered in our lives, these are the two main barriers in order to build an NFC ecosystem. So if you have a look to the numbers of NFC-enabled smartphones from the Deloitte source, it says that nearly 300 million NFC-enabled smartphones will be sold till the end of 2013. This is a huge number if you compare to any other smart device numbers. And more than 1 million Android NFC devices will be sold according to Google in 2012. And about the POS terminals, we see that from the Visa Global source, 800,000 NFC POS terminals will be in Europe market at the end of 2013. And the future predictions about 2016 says that 85% of POS terminals will be contactless in 2016. And according to all these future predictions, we show that contactless POS terminals and NFC-enabled smartphone device numbers will fuel the mobile payments ecosystem. And here you can see some graphs that proves this statement. And according to Juniper Research, it says that mobile payments will be nearly 1 trillion at the end of 2015. So this is a huge opportunity for all the operators and also the financial institutions. And if we come to the barriers and how to build the excellent customer experience, we as Vodafone Turkey is focusing on three-step approach. I'm going to tell you about this approach now. First step, we are, as you all know, the banks especially are focusing on NFC for payment, but as a mobile operator, our aim is starting with non-financial NFC services in order to create tapping behavior for the customer. And our second move will be semi-financial NFC services, which means the only way to pay with your NFC-enabled mobile phone is your bank account, credit or debit card. But we are trying to find another solution for our customers, which can be charge-to-bill service, as you already know. And finally, the third step, in order to penetrate all segments, is the financial NFC services. So the way to create the customer experience is creating the habit, building trust, and finally penetrating into all segments. So first of all, non-financial NFC services. We made some market research for Vodafone Turkey customers, and we see that most of the population are not aware of what is NFC. Yeah, they have heard about the word NFC, but what they really can do with NFC. So they say that I have an NFC device, but how to use it? Which use cases I'm going to use my mobile phone for NFC? Or is there any application about NFC that gives information or also launching some tasks. And coming from these customer insights, we, as a strategy, we decided to create Tap is Good feel by gamification of NFC features, ease of reach, and opt into existing Vodafone services and campaigns. And how we are going to do this? First of all, the first barrier is, again, NFC-enabled devices. So we have to extend our Vodafone-branded NFC-enabled portfolio. And now we have 2 Vodafone-branded NFC devices. One is Smart 2 and one is Smart 3. And we're going to extend it more. Secondly, we're going to launch some smartphone NFC application. We have already launched one Vodafone NFC application in order to gain some mobile marketing campaigns. And gamification, this is the one that we're really keen on because the customer have the feeling of winning something, and especially the Y generation is really interested in about this. One example is treasure hunt. You put some letters on a high populated street in Istanbul, for example. Then the customer collects the letters one by one, and when he or she completes the Vodafone word, then he gains something as Vodafone airtime benefit or some other brand's benefit. And we are going to build some brand partnerships also.
Digital IT growth and commerce conferences are both together.
There's a little break now. Okay, like buy one and get one free. These are the brand partnership campaigns. And the other opportunity is launching some Vodafone services. Roaming is a good example for this. For example, you forgot to turn on your mobile device's roaming option. You have to call the customer care. But you're in the airport and you see a poster and it says that tap here and roaming is available for your phone. And we are going to enlarge this kind of use cases for our customers. And secondly, in order to build trust, we have the semi-financial NFC services approach. Here, the customer says that I would like to pay with my NFC-enabled mobile device, but I don't want to use my bank account, my credit or debit card. So we offer charge-to-bill service. This means that your GSM bill is related to your payments. And we are going to focus on mobile gaming, vending machines, digital content, events, car parking, transportation, and foods and restaurants. These are the small amount of transactions. So our customers choose charge-to-bill service as a payment methodology. And also we will give some extra partner benefits in order to penetrate. And finally, the one that we are always speaking about, payment, real payments. So this is, we call financial NFC services. Here, the customer's insight is, I need an easy and trusted mobile contactless payment system. Here, the word trust is really important. And also, when you're trying to pay for something, the time is really important, especially in a crowded city like Istanbul. And also, cash is easier to lose than your mobile because all the research show that we only left our phone beside us when we are sleeping. So we spend all the day with our mobile phone. That means we are not carrying our wallet with leather wallet with us all the time, but we are always carrying our mobile phone. So this is the big opportunity to create a payment system with NFC technology. And here we are going to partner with trustworthy agents like financial institutions and other well-known brands. And also, we are focusing on creating the single tapping behavior. That means the customer is going to tap his mobile device to the contactless reader in order to pay or in order to gain some benefits or in order to redeem his coupon that he has already won before. And these are the main strategies of Vodafone Turkey for NFC in order to create NFC payment ecosystem. Now I'm going to finish my presentation with a feature payment NFC technology slide. In this slide, we are focusing on, we would like to give our customers an NFC payment ecosystem in every slot of their lives, and we would like to integrate to their lives as Vodafone with our NFC payment capabilities. Here you can see that this is a supermarket. You can have some recommendation about the product if you tap your NFC device to the product. And you can also compare the prices of two products. One is in the retailer and what is the real price in Amazon.com, for example. And you can have some navigation also. You're in a big mall like IKEA and you're trying to find something else. You can tap your NFC device and find the product you would like to buy. And one of the feature applications is customization. You can just tap your NFC phone to the, for example, a t-shirt, and then it fits on your body image, and you can see that if this goes with me well or not. And I think this is all about today. If you have some questions, I would like to answer it kindly.
Does anyone have a question? Round of applause for Beril. Does anybody on the floor have a question?
Hi, good morning. My name is Vijay Noram from National Bank of Kuwait. I've got a question, and this has been ringing on my head for some time. Now, in terms of owning the customer, now you are from Vodafone, and obviously you've been working in financial services. Now, who owns the customer? The bank owns the debit and credit and prepaid customer. The Vodafone obviously owns the customer from the telco side, but who really owns the customer and the integrity of the customer? I would like to get your view on this, please. Thank you.
Actually, our approach about owning the customers, if you are talking about the payment systems, then Turkey is a very developed market that everyone has at least 2 or 3 credit cards. And owning the customer is not our strategy, actually. We are trying to give an alternative and easy and also simple way of payment, an alternative way of payment for our customers. But we cannot just say we are offering some payment solution for you, because there is also existing benefits of banks is already giving to the customer. So we are trying to integrate airtime, Vodafone benefits, and also other brand partnerships in order to create this ecosystem and win-win-win solution. Yes.
Thank you. And the second part of the question is that in an NFC environment, you can have a couple of banks with the same provider. It doesn't have to be a monopolistic relationship. It could be 3 banks and one and Vodafone, for example. In this case, it becomes even more complicated. Where there are 3 banks, and at the end of the day, is the customer, the guy who carries the mobile phone with the card. He makes a choice. But in this sense, when there is a dispute, have you experienced anything like this before? And that's the end of the question.
Okay. Actually, in Turkey, there is like more than 20 banks, and every customer can work with more than, for example, 4 or 5 banks. And if we think this is a barrier, we are focusing on actually different from our one of the biggest competitors. We are not focusing on one by one in every single bank, but we are trying to build an ecosystem not related to customer's bank. So in our NFC solution, our customer does not need to be one of the bank's customers, but it's enough to be a Vodafone subscriber. This is our strategy. Thank you.
If you allow me to step in this question, I think this is a very important question in this NFC ecosystems. What we see around the world, and if I may answer quite bluntly to your question, we don't want anybody to own anybody. I don't think it's a question of ownership of the customer. the customer is free, right? He's free to choose. What we're just trying as an ecosystem, bringing together the mobile operators and the banks, is to create value. So can we create value? Can we create transactions where the customer is going to be happy because he has a new experience? And as I said, we attract money from cash, transforming into electronic transaction. Is there money where we can share between mobile operators and banks? We do believe there is. And its model has to be defined. There's kind of different models existing already in Europe or in Asia, in Japan, and Korea, based on either fees or transaction percentage or on memory rental space, okay, whatever. So, but I don't think anybody can claim this is my customer, as Beril said. If we step into this willingness to own the customer, then eventually it ends up in a fight between different industries, and we're not creating the value for the customer.
Does anybody else have any questions?
Ala Al-Bashir from Bank of Jordan. I wanted to ask about penetration percentage of usage. I wanted to ask about penetration percentages in Turkey, the usage. This is number one. And secondly, about the fees and charges regarding mobile payment and NFC services.
Actually, our NFC commercial ecosystem is not live right now. We are in NFC testbed project. Actually, it has started 2 years ago. We are trying in order to build the excellent NFC commercial ecosystem. But the other two operators in Turkey is exactly, they have built their NFC platforms, but the usage numbers are really low. So why I told you about this, building this customer experience, because the know-how of NFC is not built in Turkish market right now. And also the contactless POS readers is another barrier. So if you look from the merchant side, if the merchant doesn't have any benefit from the bank or the operator, he doesn't prefer to use contactless POS. He throws something else and continuing to use the existing one. And if you look from the customer's perspective, then you see that the customer doesn't ask for the contactless POS or contactless payment because he hasn't got any benefit. So this is still a barrier, and we are focusing on non-financial NFC services as a key strategy as Vodafone Turkey.
Who was it over here?
Good morning. My name is Mustafa Ali from Abu Dhabi Distribution Company. Looking to what you presented today, I can see a quite mix between telco and banking, mobile industry and the banking sector. With this mix, a little bit scary when it comes to holding a mobile which have all your financial transaction capability, and how the way you do shopping even. If you look to a mobile get lost, having all this capability with it is a quite damage. Compared to the life cycle of the mobile, it's like, people, they change their mobile every 2 years, maybe every year, some of them. But when a car gets lost, I mean, normally people, they register their cars, the plate number with the traffic agency. So they still own it, and they can always keep it for a good 5-6 years. But when mobile get lost with all this dependency around it, it's quite risky, and even the platform of mobile keep changing every year. So how we come across this?
It is this same, if you get lost your credit card, you just call the customer care and say that I have lost my card and send a new one back to me. So the customer care flows will be the same in a banking case. Our customer is going to call Vodafone customer service and we transfer this ticket to the related bank and the process is the same. So your question is something else or?
My question is around building all this dependency around the mobile, where there's no processes around it to keep the mobile. You mentioned the credit card, yeah. Yes, just replacing this plastic card again is so easy. But replacing this mobile with all this listed NFC shopping list and banking capability around it is so easy to build again?
Of course, it's not that easy, but if you start from the right point and build a system step by step, then the customer creates a habit to use it. So if you don't create an ecosystem like this, then it could be a big failure as a mobile operator trying to do this.
So, Beril? I think this is important. You have to understand that in terms of technology, as Beril says, losing your mobile is no different from losing your wallet with many different cards, banking cards or only one card, whatever. The processes behind the security processes is first your credentials and the card itself. If you wish, a credit card in the mobile is not in the mobile. First, it's in the SIM card. So SIM cards mean it's a vault. It's very secure. You can store many different different credit cards or debit cards within a SIM card. Now, there is a process which we call TSM, Trusted Service Management, which allows you to provision, cancel, and deport your credit card credentials from one SIM card to another one. So if you wish, the bank is managing each single card and the rights into a SIM card for this credit card that you own. We can cancel it in a second. We can move it to another SIM card. So if you lose it, we will issue a virtual credit card onto a new mobile, onto a new SIM card. So this process exists. All those security elements are, I would say, defined by EMV. So defined processes of security, defined processes of portability are defined so that we can lose our mobile and have another credit card issued immediately without obviously opening a hole for an attack to your account. Security is not compromised at all.
I think we've got time for just one last question. Does anyone?
Good morning. I'm Tanveer Shah from Abu Dhabi Islamic Bank. Thank you for the presentation. From what you've shown, most of it seems to be a very healthy cooperation and collaboration between the telco and the banks. Do you gradually see a position where either the bank or the telco could work independently for the whole end-to-end NFC ecosystem?
Actually, we have to collaborate with the banks, of course, because as I already told, especially in Turkey, there is a highly developed financial market. You cannot just say that as a mobile operator, I'm going to build my own ecosystem. This is impossible. So we have to collaborate, of course, with the banks.
I believe Vodafone has done something similar in underdeveloped markets.
Yes.
Where you have built the whole ecosystem.
Like
in Africa, for example.
M-Pesa, you were talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, but this is not an NFC technology, of course.
Could something like that be put on NFC?
Actually, M-Pesa is about sending money. It's like electronic money, and it's for the unbanked and underbanked population. Also, we have another product we call Cep Nakit. It's a prepaid card, and it's especially for this underbanked population. And we are collaborating in order to launch this card with Turkish Postal Office. It's not a bank, but it has the banking rights. This could be an option, but still we have to collaborate with a payment institution.